Yes, so what's up? Appreciate you having me on here, man. My name is Mr. Locario. They call me the bad boy of the dating game. So I'm a dating coach. I've been coaching for damn near like 2 decades now at this point. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
So
blessing, bro.
yeah, man. So I teach men and women basically, how to get what they want out of their dating lives, figure out exactly what they want to get exactly what they want. And just, that's how I roll. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I love it, man. I love it, man. Let's get to it, man. So I got a question for you to kick it off and everything. What are some tips or examples you can give the listeners on having the right mindset?
Yeah, I mean, well, having the right mindset is just really first understanding yourself and understanding who you really are. Because what happens is that in order for you to really attract what you want, you need to be laser focused, on exactly what you want. But you're not going to know exactly what you want unless you understand yourself. And so once you know that, then you have that positive mindset to be able to attract that. So a lot of times what happens is the reason why we can't attract what we want is because we don't know what we want, and we don't know what we want because we never spent time with ourselves to really figure out us. So a lot of times we're doing things based off of what other people are telling us. So we're making moves based off what our mom and dad told us, or our friends, or what social media told us, instead of spending time with ourselves and saying, okay, what do I really want? What do I really like? What am I really interested in? And then going in that direction. So that's like the main thing, is like you have to have the mindset of, okay, who am I? What am I about? And how am I going to get to this next step, or to this next place where I'm trying to go? And have it in a positive way. Because a lot of times what will happen is that it's so easy to get negative about things, because it's just like you can just nitpick at anything. But the thing is, if you're focused and you're like, okay, I know I can make this happen, and I believe in myself, this is what confidence is. You believe in yourself, you can, go out there and make things happen.
That's something that you spoke on a lot about, really just having yourself together before you go out here just chasing women, man. Like really chase you, love yourself, man, have self-awareness, and understand who you are as an individual,
Right, that's a fact. That's real stuff.
That's real, man. Let me ask you this. Why is it important to have a mentor, and what are the benefits of having a mentor?
Yeah, that's a good question. The thing is, what's important about having a mentor is that mentors can show you things that you don't know, and things you didn't even realize you didn't know. And so people think that a mentor has to be someone they know personally. A mentor could be anybody. It could be someone that's even passed away. If they have audios or videos of them teaching, or books, that's your mentor. You know what I'm saying? If they can teach you something that you would want to know. And it opens up your mind, because what happens is that there's certain information that you don't really know yet, and then when you get to that information, it could basically change your life. So this is why it's important to have mentors, is that. And the thing is, some people, it's interesting, like the smartest people, in my opinion, are the people who are always learning. You understand? Or the people who are always trying to learn. But you have people who think they're smart, but then they think they know everything. And so they don't actually open up their mind to new information. And so the problem with that is that you don't end up growing. So having that mentor is important, because that's gonna actually help you grow. Put you in a certain, different mindset and mind space, and then you'll be able to actually do things better and improve your entire life based off the information you're getting from the mentor. You see what I'm saying?
That is so real, man, because I realized over the years there were certain things I didn't know outside of dating, just, just as far as stuff with finances, because I see that you have a finance channel too, which is really huge, man, because a lot of guys just think that it's just they going for the whole women thing all the way. But it's like, man, you're offering so much more value outside of what you currently got going on, to where all you got to do is really be open. Because I remember when I moved back home, I seen so many people that was just with the fixed mindset, that they were complacent. They were comfortable with what they had going on and what they was doing. And I had to tell myself, man, if I don't get out of here, I could pretty much become a product of my environment. You know what I mean? And I just had to dip, man. I had to dip, make the best situation for me, man. My sister told me to check it out. She said, come up here for 2 days, see if you like it or not. All it took for me to come up here was 2 days, bro. After that, I just bounced out, man, packed everything, paid, and just jumped out to where I needed to be at. And I mean, now, man, I can't look back. I'm just now starting up a lot of different things that I had a vision for. And I just set my mind to it, going back to having the right mindset, man, and the right focus to get what you want,
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah. So let me ask you this too. What do you consider before working with new clients? And have you ever had to turn down any new clients?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Well, the thing that I consider is the willingness for them to actually learn, because the problem is you have some people who and this is what'll make me turn them down, is that they they'll expect that, like, they don't actually want to put in the work that it takes to make something happen. So there's times I've given people refunds, and I'm like, listen, you're not you're not really ready to actually do this. So the thing is that if I see a person willing to put in the work that it takes, then I'm like, okay, yeah, we could work together. But I'm like, you don't want to waste your money if you're not going to actually put in the work, because some people think that this is some sort of like magic trick or some sort of like
Yeah,
quick fix thing. And it's like, no, it's something that you have to work on consistently
yeah,
in order to, get the type of results you want. You feel what I'm saying? So
yeah,
when you have people that sort of think that, they're trying to, some people are trying to pay for a formula or pay for like some like quick thing that's gonna solve all their problems in 24 hours. And I'm like, no, that's not how it works. It's all self-improvement. It's all
yeah,
understanding, how to get from point A to point Z. Because I'm saying, if you're coming to me and you've never approached a girl in your life, or you never had sex with a girl, you're scared to talk to women, you know, you having one consultation with me and thinking I'm going to tell you something like magical that's going to turn your life around in 24 hours, it's not going to happen. So usually what I'll do is that I try to set the expectation, or I give them a realistic
yeah.
assessment of what needs to happen to
Mm-hmm.
get where they want to go. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so it all depends on, it's different depending on different people, because some people are at different levels.
Yeah.
But giving them the realistic understanding of it sort of sets the frame of them understanding how much work they got to put in. You see what I mean? And so it sort of reframes their mind from thinking, oh, I thought it was going to be this. And then they realize it's this. And then it's like, okay, now we can really get to work and see what we got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Dang, man, because they really sit back and they honestly be like holding y'all accountable when you telling them like, man, you should hold yourself accountable.
Mhm.
So they just
Right.
thinking like off top. They like, man, I'm gonna book this consultation with Lucario.
Right.
Everything's gonna be wiped out. All my problems are gonna be
Mhm.
gone.
Right.
But it's just like it don't work like that. You tell
Right.
them like, bro, put the work in. I'm gonna
Mm.
give you the formula, but my thing is, if you're not going out here and applying it, man, you're doing yourself a disservice. So I commend you for doing that, man, because you got
Right.
a lot of dedication, man. You got a lot of work under your belt, man. And I've seen some of the people that actually had just vouched for you in regards to their testimonies, man, and that's major, bro.
That's what's up. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Nah, no doubt, no doubt. Let me ask you this: so, how did you get started on becoming a
Mhm.
dating coach?
Yeah, I just, well, basically, I've been like, what happened was, me and Miles, we used to do like music and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
And I used to work in the after school program. And so what I did was, I was saying to myself one day, I was like, yeah, I want to do something that, a business that is my own thing, and something that could probably help some people. Right. So then I just started coming up with a list of things that I felt like I was good at. And
Mhm.
one of the things on the top of the list was talking to women. So then that idea,
Dope.
I'm saying, came into, oh, let me like talk about this, teach guys how to do this. And then it just sort of, springboarded from there. So I
Yeah.
used to just started doing YouTube videos back in like 2008 or something like that. And
And
it just, yeah, just snowballed
you
from
was
there.
doing that when I was just getting out of high school, man. That
Right.
we
So
was making music.
yeah, so it's been a minute. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it
Golly.
started. And then it just like snowballed from there. And then we just kept going. That was it. You know what
Man,
I'm saying?
look, man, you been putting it down, dog. Like, how does it feel sometimes when you wake up? Because I know you probably gotten used to the lifestyle now, but just the fact that your phone is chiming all the time, you get these
Mhm.
notifications all the time.
Mhm.
How do you deal with that type of pressure, or is it even stressful to you at this point anymore?
Mhm. I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say it's stressful, but it's
Mhm.
just more so like you sort of you get accustomed to what's going on now when you're in this type of business or whatever. The issue is that it challenges you to be even more on point. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
and so that's the thing where and this goes for anything in life. The more like success you have in whatever you do, the more responsibility comes with that success.
true.
And I think that's the part that people don't realize. People think, okay, I'm going to be successful, and then I'm just going to kick back and everything's just going to be like whatever. And it's like, no, it doesn't work that way. Anything that you're doing that you become successful in, you still have to maintain it, which means you have to put in more work. So even, for example, if a person lost weight and gained muscle and they want to keep that frame, they gotta keep going to the gym. They gotta keep eating the right way. They gotta, so it's more maintenance once you become successful to keep that success going. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. It's just that realization of, man, I gotta actually like keep it going.
Let me ask you this. I know you get a lot of backlash about the whole poly thing. So for those of y'all that don't know, break that down to how, you know what I'm saying, your actual relationship situation is set up, and you know how much work it takes for you to, you know what I'm saying, keep this type of stuff going.
Yeah, so basically, so I'm so for those who don't know, I'm non-monogamous. So basically, I have a wife and a girlfriend. And so the way that it's set up, I've been with my wife for like 15 years now altogether. And then I've been with my girl for about 4 years now. So we've been together that long and stuff. So basically, I just don't subscribe to monogamy like I used to back in the day when I was in my early 20s. And I just realized it wasn't for me. So even with understanding that, that's what I actually apply my teachings, not necessarily to be non-monogamous. I just apply understanding what you really want. So the thing is, I realized I wanted to be in that, poly situation because that's just more feasible for me. And that's how I enjoy my relationship. So basically, so I have my wife, I have my girl, and I still also date other women. The thing is that with that, it's still again management. It's still again being able to manage your time well. You see what I mean? So in every situation, just like I was saying, it's always going to be that thing where you need to know how to manage it so that it can be successful. Because without the management, it'll all fall apart. It'll be all over the place. But also too, as a man, when you're doing what you do in any relationship or situation, right? You have to create the type of situation you want, the type of relationship you want, and then be able to lead that interaction and then just go down that path. You know what I'm saying?
I thank God for people like yourself and my uncle, man, that's really out here letting people know what's up and what's really going on out here, not faking it. You know what I mean?
Right. Nah, real talk.
That stuff crazy, man. I know you got a show. You got a show later on today too.
Yeah, so I'm doing a show at 4:15 later today. And we talking about reasons why it's difficult for these guys out here to hook up with women because it's getting bad. They saying that this is like the generation of a lot of male virgins and stuff. So we gonna be talking about that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Why you think so, man? Why you think it's so hard for them to even just have a woman at that, man? Like, what's the big issue with these guys out here on that, man?
Right. I mean, well, it's I feel like it's a combination of things. A lot of guys nowadays, they just don't know how to interact with women because, this generation has a lot of they're on social media all day. So it's become a situation where they don't know how to actually, be in front of a woman, talking to a woman, doing all these other things. So it gets to that point. So a lot, because the thing is, before back in the day, we would have to actually go outside, talk to people, and do activities to get some sort of mental stimulation. Now you can just go on your computer, you can go in your virtual reality headset, you could play video game, you could be all over the place and not even talk to anyone. So it's like, so when it comes to actually them interacting with women, they just don't, and then therefore that causes them to not be able to have anything going on. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
And it's wild too, Mr. Lucario, because I just, like you said, you be out and that's all you see. You see their head down, their face being to it. Even when they're driving, I see that it's so bad now to where these kids will try to cross the street, and the first thing that they doing, they looking down. They're not looking around what's around them, having any type of awareness.
Right.
Just seeing it. And I think a lot of guys are really scared, man. I think they're just scared of the rejection factor because think about it. We had to walk up, like you see. I grew up, I was born in 89, right? So I remember in the 90s seeing guys walk up or pull up on a chick, hopping on like, what's up, what's going on with your so-and-so? You know what I mean? What you got going on? Let's get together, man.
Right.
I'm feeling you. What's up? Even if she said yes or no, you wouldn't know what it is and you wouldn't waste your time.
Right.
And that's how I learned that on dating apps growing up. Like after a while, I remember just starting off like, damn, I used to be like, damn, why this chick ain't really trying to fuck with it? But it was because I went being clear cut and precise and transparent about what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it, rather than just beating around the bush. Too many cats beat around the bush and they get ghosted, or either they just be like, this guy's lame and I don't even want to deal with him. And it's on to the next.
Right. Exactly.
That's just what it is, man. You got some chicks that want to hook up, like you say. You got some chicks that want to actually hook up. And you got some chicks, man, that really want something serious, but it's all on really what you want. And I think it's sad now that these guys just don't know that, man. And it's crazy, man. I'm gonna ask you one more thing before we close out. I know we tight on time, but what I was gonna ask you was what what motivates you to do this?
Yeah, I think the main thing that motivates me is seeing that, you know, people actually get information that can help them, that can change a lot. That's the main motivation, because I feel like there's a lot of misinformation out here that is centered on keeping people like insecure, keeping people in this low energy type of vibe. And it's just like, I think that's kind of whack. So I always like to teach people the reality of this situation, but also let them know that they actually have power and value in these situations to make things go the way they want it to go. The problem is that there's so much stuff on the internet now where it's, you got to look at it this way. Most people, unfortunately, are losers, right? So because most people are losers and most people don't really know what's going on or know what they're doing, what you're going to have is, because you have a social media and because you have so much, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, most of the people on there who are saying things are people who have situations or have been through things. They're talking about publicly.
Their past traumas.
Right, exactly. So, these women are gonna, they're gonna take you for your money, or they're gonna do this, and these women are bad, or you even have women. These guys is messed up because so it's like all of these people who have all these issues just talking about their issues. So then you have that spreading around so much. So then if a person is really trying to learn, or a person's out there, they're gonna get influenced by all of this stuff, and then they're gonna turn into, or those type of people, or have that mindset. And then because you have people out there. You have like an 18-year-old kid who's never really experienced life, and he's hearing all these things, and he thinks this is what it really is out here in reality because of what he's hearing on YouTube. And it's like he hasn't even experienced anything yet. So he hasn't gone out there, talked to girls, or nothing. And so he's going to stop himself from experiencing things because based off of what he heard this YouTuber say that, you shouldn't deal with these women because this, and you got to, and I'm just like, you see, this is the type, and that's what motivates me to get that kid to understand himself, to get that kid to be confident, to get that kid to, tune out the nonsense so that he can actually, really, really go out there and do what he needs to do.
Damn. And you know what's wild about that too, that you said that they take in so much information. It's kind of like you getting all that knowledge, right? And you absorbing it. But go back to what we said during the beginning of the conversation, you're not really applying it, and you're not getting a chance to experience life for what it is. Because I appreciate the fact of how I grew up, because I got to experience stuff up from elementary to high school to college and up until now. And it just seems like it gets better and better when you know yourself.
Exactly.
You can relate to that because you live your life. You out here in real life, so nobody can't tell you no different about what you're seeing and what you experiencing out here in the real world, man.
Right. Exactly. Now, real talk.
That's big. So with the closing, man, where can the listeners find you online?
Yeah, you guys can hit me up at mrlocario.com. That's MRLOCARIO.com. Or check out my other websites, badboymembership.com. That's where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. And also check out the other site, masculineidentitymembership.com. That's where my dude, Miles Cunningham, he talks about, your masculine identity, understanding yourself as a man. And you can hit me up at on Instagram at real Mr. Locario. So that's the spots right there.
Man, that's what it is, man. We got Mr. Locario live, the bad boy of the dating game, and Quisilo podcast, man. It was a pleasure again, like I said, having you up on my podcast. We'll definitely touch back bases on the back end. I'm actually gonna be signing up too, man. I see some of the stuff that you got going on. So I look at it like this: you can never stop learning, you can never stop growing. Regardless, single or not, man, a lot of stuff just apply in life in general, man. So again, I do appreciate your service out here, man. And hey, keep kicking them, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, bro.
Man, appreciate you, brother. I'm gonna holler at you, man.
All right, man. You be safe.
You too, brother. Peace.
Peace.